For the Soviet juniors, and he was outstanding in Winnipeg.
Sagankov and Shliptov assisting on the goal by Alexandrov to tie it at 3. Now the Soviets come back, spinning around. Savard clearing it to Lafleur. He's checked. Savard gives it to Lapointe. Back to center, off the leg. Mikhailov in over the Canadiens line. The pass, it's Gainey going after it along the board. Now Canadiens. Gainey with Lemaire. Lafleur on the far side. Lafleur and his pass went off the leg of Gusev. Petrov to Harlamov in over the line, and it is called offside against the Soviets. Lapointe clearing it ahead. It's loose. Harlamov's pass stopped by Lemaire. It's recovered by Petrov. Petrov. It's stopped by Lemaire again. Gusev. Now it's cleared out by Mikhailov. Again, they're checking very, very closely. Lapointe rolled it in over the line. Harlamov trying to get away in the center ice area. Gainey watches him. Vasiliev in over the Canadiens line, around the net, centered it, and Lapointe takes over. Lapointe chasing it to the left side. Score is tied at 3 goals. Here's Harlamov. Harlamov getting in front, and he fired it, and it went off Savard wide. Lafleur had to go off his stick. He was checked. Down the ice it goes, and it is icing against Montreal. As we get a confined look at the Soviets bench, the face-off. The right of Dryden. Popov's shot was weak and wide. Now Mahovlich picks it up at center in over the Soviet line. Here's Mahovlich trying to fire it in front. Volchenkov in there against Mahovlich. Kuzkin takes over. Out it goes off Robinson's stick from center. And that's Don Ory back there with Maltsev watching him. Cournoyer couldn't corral it on the right side. Volchenkov back into his own zone. Icing against the Canadiens. And that does not sit well with this partisan Canadiens crowd.
Yeah, a bit of a dubious call by Karindin. Maybe a confusion on the rules. And the reaction of the fans. In our hockey, of course, if a player has felt that he can play the puck, the icing is waved off, but it stands here, and we'll have the face-off in the Canadian zone. Soviet team, a lot of youngsters on it. Their ages 22, 23. The majority of them are certainly under 25 years of age.
Volchenkov and Kuzkin, the defensemen, are in over the Canadiens line. Montreal can't get out the first time. Now Mahovlich jugs his shot. Shot coming in on that left side, trying to barge in there. Volchenkov takes over. He feeds it ahead to center. Popov with Maltsev. They're in over the line. And Popov ripped that shot off the falling Bouchard. Kuzkin over on the other side to Maltsev. And the pass comes away to the right side, back into the center ice area. Now there are exactly 13 minutes left in this hockey game. Canadiens led 3-1 at one stage, but it is now tied at 3. There's the fellow who scored the tying goal, Alexandrov. Gets it ahead to Vikulov. Gutkov took the shot. Dryden cleared it. Some of the crowd getting on Dryden. Now Cournoyer dashes down on the right wing, fires the shot, and it's gloved by Tretiak.
John, of late, Tretiak's been smothering the puck quite a bit. Whenever it's been in his area, he seems willing to stop the play.
Well, when he has no any time at all, he gloves that puck and just controls it, waits for a face-off.
Van Boxmeer and Lapointe, they are out of your picture. They are on the points. Shliptov against Rysbrow on the draw. Alexandrov is a bit fractious. Now it's back to Lapointe. There's the shot. Blocked by Tretiak. Lambert waited too long. Sagankov poked it away and then played it along the boards. He has difficulty getting off the first time, and he rolled it to center. LaPointe ahead to Lambert. He cleared it in. Risebrow with it. Here's Risebrow on the board. Risebrow working off the board. Still has it centered and in front. Sagankov sends Alexandrov away. Schluchthoff has it go off his stick. He and LaPointe go to the corner. Now they played along the boards. Risebrow and Alexandrov started to shove each other, rather meaningful. Sagankov in his own zone. Yushchenko cleared it to center. Now Canadiens, Lambert finally gets it. In over the line, centering it in front. Tretiak got a stick on it. Now Risebrow backhanded it against the stick and it goes over the net. Alexandrov, a pass taken by Vikulov. Vikulov over the line, trying to get by LaPointe, and he couldn't. Here's Tremblay. Down with Jarvis and Lambert. To Jarvis, over to Lambert. And the pass was just behind Lambert. He was ready to move in unmolested on the left side.
With 11:13 remaining in the third period. The score, the Canadiens 3, the Soviet Red Army 3.
Now Savard ripped a high one from center. Vasiliak laying it out to the line. Then Krylov deflected it down the ice. This could be icing against the Soviets. 10:57 remain in the third period. Soviets for 3. Montreal Canadiens for 3.
This game marks the halfway point for the Army team in their trip. They will play the Boston Bruins next Thursday night, and the Philadelphia Flyers in the final game of the series a week from Sunday on the 11th.
Now LaPointe has it. He's posing in for the shot. That was a screen shot, low and wide. Armalov shoots it down the ice again. The Army team called for icing.
Well, the New York Rangers continue to struggle. They are now trailing Atlanta 5-0 in the third period in New York. The Penguins lead the Los Angeles Kings 5-1 in the third period in Pittsburgh. And it's 2-0 for Detroit over Washington in the third period in Detroit.
And that Atlanta Rangers game could go a long way toward determining the Rangers' playoff possibilities. They'll be behind 8 points if they lose. Now Petrov. Petrov in over the line. Weak shot goes off LaPointe. Savard ahead to Lemaire. With Lafleur, Savard, and Gainey. They shoot it in there behind the net. Lafleur right out in front. And it was called. And the crowd again did not like that.
That's a mistake by the Soviet official, and they are recognizing that fact by dropping the puck right at center ice.
Solidukin at center against Jarvis. There's Jimmy Roberts trying to get possession. Now Robinson feeds it in over the Soviets line. Solidukin against Jarvis. Volchenkov pinned in on the boards by Roberts. And they'll face off to the left of Tretiak.
Well, the Canadiens have had so many scoring chances, John. Do you think things with 10 minutes to go and the score tied might tighten up a little bit here now?
Well, they have to adapt to a defensive style to be sure, but they've played so very good, they deserve to win.
Popov rolls it to center. Robinson gets it in over the line. Jarvis tipped it. And it's Kuzkin for the Soviets. He feeds it through center. That's going to be icing. And the Soviets have been called with a fair degree of regularity for icing in this third period.
Shots on goal are now 30-10 in favor of Montreal.
Well, Canadians are in a position here where they could win a face-off and get a good shot away. If you dump that puck down the ice like that, Canadians got some great face-off men, and they've scored a lot of goals right off the face-off, Dick.
The other night, the Soviets had great success with those long passes in New York. Tonight, I believe they've clicked on only 2 of them, but on one of them, the second one, it led to the Harlamov goal. So they don't waste their opportunities. They certainly have not tonight.
Canadians, everybody up on the draw. Petrov got it to Gusev. He cleared it ahead. Finally, it's knocked out by Petrov. Ahead to Harlamov. He's cutting in on that left wing. Upended by good back checking by Lafleur. Gusev to Petrov. Here's Petrov winding up for the shot, and he rattled it off Savard's leg. Now then Savard working from the corner, swinging away from Mikhailov. Savard down on the left side. He shoots it in, it changed direction. Gusev with Lafleur after him. Now Gainey going in to help out. Gusev holds on, starts out, gets it out over the line. Gusev looks back at Lafleur, who's checking. Boy, was Lemaire ever belted, and did he go down heavily just outside the Soviet line. Now puck to Gainey, and he couldn't get a shot away. It was cleared in time by Gusev. Lafleur is upended by Gusev. Here's Harlamov coming down on the left side, and he couldn't get by Robinson. Robinson and Harlamov fight for it. Petrov bringing it in offside. And there you see the statistical story. 8:35 left, third period. Each team with 3 goals. Robinson being watched by Alexandrov. Vikulov is up there too. Sagankov takes it off the boards, loses it to Shutt. Shutt failed to clear it out. Schluchtov, he lost it to Shutt. Over for Cournoyer. Here's Cournoyer, dashing in, he shoots it. And Tretiak was right there in the line of fire. Mahovlich jammed his man Vikulov out of the play. Schluchtov bringing it in over the line. He's forced back out with 8 minutes left. Schluchtov laying it back to the line. Luchenko. Here's Schluchtov being watched by Mahovlich. Vikulov played it back in. Cournoyer almost got it. Sagankov has to turn from the corner to get away from Cournoyer. Shutt picks it up after Cournoyer stopped it, and it's knocked off Shutt's stick. Schluchtov ahead to Alexandrov. Vikulov on the other side. Alexandrov loses his balance behind the net, and Mahovlich drumps from the corner. Here's Mahovlich down to center, coming down on the line, still with it, working it to the corner. Cournoyer over to Shutt. He couldn't pick it up cleanly. Sagankov down on the right wing, in over the Canadiens line. Mahovlich picks up a loose puck at center. Here's Mahovlich on the backhand. He turns, getting set for a pass. Gila Point closing in for the shot. And Tretiak had trouble with that one. But as usual, as he has done most of the night, he held it out.
Trouble indeed, Danny. That one seemed to hit the stick, but he did not have control of it, John.
No, he certainly didn't, Dick. And Peter Mahovlich made a great play to LaPointe. LaPointe really fired this one. And here's the shot. He didn't have control of it at all. But he protects that rebound.
Now LaPointe shooting it again. That was a hard one, and he has a quick hand, John.
Oh, he certainly has, Dan. He's been super tonight for the Soviet Union, and he's been the deciding factor as far as I'm concerned.
The crowd urging the Canadiens on as time becomes a factor. Now Popov in over the line. Solidukin follows in against Tremblay. Tremblay hit Risebrow with Lambert. Lambert chasing it to the left side, and Kuskin gets it out. Now Tremblay waiting for Lambert to get onside. Volchenkov on the left wing. Tremblay was going after his man instead of the puck. He had a chance to pick it up. Now Lambert rolled it out over the line. Canadiens leave it there. Solidukin coming back in. Stick handling. Shoots it along the ice. Now the Russians in there. Here's Popov getting set. And a great defensive play by Van Boxmeer on that pass. Lambert down in on the left side. Lambert follows in. Passed it down on his knees. And the Soviets start back. Maltsev ahead to Popov. Maybe a drop pass. Not coming right into stainless speed. The light doesn't go on. It hits the goal post. That looked as if it had gone in, but it hit the goal post.
Well, it's 1-1 in goal post. Wilson in the second period, and that one on a super play by Popov. Dryden was beaten cleanly, John, but the post came to the Canadiens' rescue.
He got a lucky bounce here, Popov, and got by Savard. Now watch him golf this one right off the goal post. Murray Wilson earlier and Popov right now, and that ties it up in goal post.
5:49 remaining. 3-3 the score. Now we're going to get another look at it. Watch the goal post to Dryden's left. There it is.
Soviet Soviets, everybody up on the face-off. Vasiliev winds up for a shot. Stopped by Ori. Picked up by Lemaire with Lafleur and Gainey. Gainey at the line. Poke check by Vasiliev. Now then Robinson. Lemaire couldn't hold it. Petrov swings back to his own line. Watched by Gainey. Vasiliev. Mikhailov. Back into the corner for Gusev. Gusev turning. Now it's intercepted by Gainey. Gainey going in. He shoots. And a big save by Tretiak. Great opportunity for the Canadiens there as they picked up that errant pass. Now Hermelov couldn't get Mikhailov's pass. Well, both teams had gilt-edged opportunities to get the go-ahead goal. Now in over the line, Lafleur with Lemaire. Lemaire shooting it. Scooped away by Tretiak. Petrov picks up the puck again, in over the line. Lemaire starting out over the line. Ahead for Lafleur. It was too far. Lafleur around the net. They thought they were going to have a whistle there for the offside, but Lafleur has it, gives it to Peter Mahovlich over in front of the net. He's done it. He was all alone in front of the net. Shot.
John, I can't recall a recent game in the NHL when the Canadiens have had so many scoring chances. That's the one by Gainey. You know, Harry said the other night many times, if you're going to catch this team, it's going to be inside their own blue line.
Well, they have been sloppy.
Now Lapointe keeps it in, takes the shot right on. That was screened, and Tretiak is incredible.
Shots on goal to this point in the game, 36-11. I can tell you there's 19,000 people collectively holding their breath every time the Soviets get inside the Canadiens' blue line.
They got the old Habs go Habs chant going now. That'll inspire them.
Well, there are 4 minutes and 16 seconds left in the game. And I didn't get that statistic from Ron Andrews. It's up here on the clock. Canadiens, Cournoyer chasing it. Back in for Shutt. Here's Shutt trying to center it. The Gunkov cleared it to the line. Savard pumped it back in. Cournoyer centering it. It goes high into the air. Shlukov playing it to Sagankov. Up to Alexandrov. Alexandrov. Vikulov in over the line. Shlukov loses it. Canadiens. Shot got clear of it without looking. And it went to a Soviet player. They could have had a 3-on-2 break there. Now, at the Canadiens line. Cournoyer lost it. Here's Savard head-manning the puck to Wilson. Broken up and cleared by Luchenko out over the line. And Vikulov rolled it ahead. And it's Lapointe in his own zone. Vikulov watching him. Wilson fired it to an open wing. Now Alexandrov turning at his own line. These players have got to be mighty tired at this stage in the game. Puck is in the Canadian zone. Alexandrov doing the forechecking against Savard. Now Jim Roberts comes on, clears it on the left side, and Kuzkin knocked it back to center. 2 minutes and 56 seconds left. Solodukin has it. He fires at the rebound. Cleared by Savard. And it's Lapointe in behind the net. Now the Soviets are doing the forechecking. They have their defense away up. They start to fall back as Roberts takes it. Gives it to Wilson. Wilson in over the Soviet line. Wilson on the board. Played it back. And it goes down to the Canadiens line. Jarvis couldn't get possession. Don Ori to Robinson on the left side. Canadiens have been missing with that pass quite often when a fellow teammate is steaming in on either wing.
2:15 remaining as time becomes the biggest factor right here. Well, this has been quite a hockey game. Everything that everybody thought it would be. And Sunday afternoon, it should be another dandy. The Buffalo Sabres, Gilbert Perreault, Richard Martin, meeting Yakushev and the Soviet Wings on the air, 1 o'clock Eastern Time, Sunday afternoon.
Now Robinson almost lost it. Here's Lemaire coming in with Gainey. Gainey back to Lemaire. Lemaire back to Gainey. It hopped over his stick. Gainey trying to center it against Gusev. Here's Lemaire with it. Lemaire's pass gobbled up. Mikhailov has it. He's out there with a Harmelov and Petrov. That is a big line for the Soviets. Mikhailov cleared it ahead. Robinson knocked it back. Harmelov to Vasilyev. Score tied at 3. 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Vasilyev up on the right side. Harlamov, he has a goal tonight coming in on the right side. Petrov picked it up, dropped it back. Vasilyev taking a shot. It goes off a player high, and that was called on the offside.
1:27 left to play. 3-3 the score. John, I think the nicest thing about all of this, no matter what might happen in this last minute and 27, this game has lived up to its advanced billing right to the hilt, and I think it's a tribute to both hockey clubs.
Well, it certainly has, Dick, and it's just been great hockey by both teams. Good stick handling by both teams. Good goalkeeping by Tretiak. Just been super.
Mikhailov chops it in over the line. He took a high stick unintentionally. However, he is not suffering. And he's staying out there. 1:22 left. It's Lemaire, Lafleur, and Gainey. The forward line for the Canadiens. No change for the Soviets. Harlamov, Petrov, Mikhailov. Now Savard is in over the Soviet line. Savard goes to the corner, trying to center it. Here's Gainey with it. Gainey has it. He centered it right in front. Here's Lemaire shooting it. And a tremendous save. Another save by Tretiak. Scintillating save by Tretiak. Here's Harlamov coming in over the line. Harlamov centered it and is swept away by Savard, who ignited that Canadian rally. Mikhailov shoots it. Dryden looked behind him, and it's cleared away by Lafleur. Dryden looked behind him on that. Now there are 34 seconds left. Harlamov goes to center. Mikhailov has it, going in on the right side. And his pass is picked up by Jarvis. Here's Jarvis ahead to Lapointe. Soviets take over. Harlamov in on the right side, dropping it back. Petrov is getting set. He shoots it, and it went to the side of the net. There are now 12 seconds left. Wilson cleared it out. Sogankov over to Gusak. Jarvis has it outside his line. It looks like it's going to end at 3. 1 second left. The game is over, and the Soviets and the Canadiens tie at 3.
Well, John, it's just amazing. The final score is 3-3. The shots on goal, 16-6 in favor of the Canadiens in the final period. 38-13 overall. I don't think we're being anything but fair to say that the Soviets were completely outplayed tonight. But we've just seen one of the greatest displays of goaltending that you could ever see.
Just tremendous. I watched him yesterday in practice, worked so very hard, even in the pregame warm-up tonight. And he has all the moves and watches a puck. Very seldom lets a rebound go out. Just a great hockey game, and we couldn't ask for anything better.